All in. And that off. 10 fillies over the mile in the Group 3 Lodge Park Stud Irish EBF Park Express Stakes. And up front it's Agatha, Flame of Vera, attended by Curragh, working out to the favourite Insinuendo, the darkish colours and white cap. Alongside is Delightful. Coming towards the turn, it's Agatha. Showing in the lead from Flame of Vera, Curragh, followed by Stargirl's Al Mal. On the outside, Delightful, tracked by Curragh and Insinuendo and Angel's Wrath and Sunset Shiraz, redressed. The back marker with 5.5 furlongs to go. Agatha leads by just over a length to Flame of Vera, nosing the second from Stargirl's Al Mal and Curragh and Delightful. Curragh next, then Insinuendo. 2/3 of the way back in the field, and then Angel's Wrath, Sunset Shiraz, redressed. Little changes in the order, coming towards halfway. Agatha just showing in front by less than a length to Flame of Vera, Curragh, striped cap on the outside of Delightful, followed by Stargirl's Al Mal and Insinuendo poised on the outside of Curragh. Ridden along on the inside is Angel's Wrath is redressed, just relegates Sunset Shiraz to be the back marker. 2.5 furlongs to go in the Lodge Park Stud Irish EBF Park Express Stakes. Agatha with challenging one off the rail, Flame of Vera. Coming there strongly on the outside is Insinuendo. Boxing on in between fillies. In the white and purple is Curragh, and then redressed from the back of the field. Ahead of Angel's Wrath, and Insinuendo strikes the front from redressed on the outside. 2 lengths between them inside the final 150 yards. And it's Insinuendo in front from redressed. Running on late is Curragh, racing up to the last 50 yards. Insinuendo goes a position better than last year in the Park Express. Winning on seasonal return for Billy Lee, and Willie McCreery redressed a good second, and third was Curragh.
Willie McCreery's with us now. He's just seen Insinuendo. What a great servant she's been for the yard, making winning start to the new campaign in the Lodge Park Express Stakes. Willie, is I suppose all these wins a bonus now, because you thought you were going to lose her at the end of last year, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Michael was brave, and Dimpton, they were brave enough to hold on to her. There were good offers came in for her, and they held on to her, and I'm delighted for them. You know, they love racing. Actually, they get great kick out of it. They bring the family and friends along, and they have a great day, and that's the most important thing about owners and going racing. And they really enjoy it, and they're going to have. I hope to God they're going to have a great year with her. You know?
This filly was strongly fancied for that race out in Bahrain in the winter time. Do you feel she underperformed that day?
No, I just think the race, I think William Buick set the fractions in front, slowed it right down and kicked off the bend, and it just didn't suit her, you know what I mean? That to me, that was the way the race was run, and it was a brilliant ride from Buick, and it just didn't suit us. We were caught in the pocket, you know.
This looked a lovely opportunity for her today. She'd run well in it last year. There was no Mother Earth this time. Well treated by the race conditions. Were you pretty confident?
Look at you, you're never confident to go over the line, but I thought she was in great form. She looked well, and you know, she'd be one to get through the ground when others couldn't, you know. And she did. Look, Billy thought she did everything wrong, and she still won. She was just tanking too much on the outside, didn't get any cover, took a couple of heaves, and then, you know, she lasted out well, but she had a kick to go away from them, and you know, she's a proper mare, you know.
Is it too much to anticipate maybe even a bit of improvement from her this year? I mean, even if she's as good as she was, that would do, wouldn't it?
Well, in fact, she's gone up 10 kilos and she's holding that, so if that can be muscle, it can't be any harm to her, you know what I mean? You know, if she was a 6-year-old national hunt mare, she'd be all saying she's in her prime. You know, we in the flat have strange ideas, but to me, she's stronger this year, so.
What's the campaign mapped out for this day?
We'll stay here, the 2 Group 1s here, the mile and 2s here, and see how we go from there, you know. So we only have to drive.
Tatis wasn't a pretty poly.
Yeah, Tatis a pretty poly, and depends on ground. I hope the worse ground the better for her, you know.
She could do a bit of travelling again later on.
She could, but like, you know, she's absolutely a wonderful traveller. She's been all over the world a couple of times, into France and that, and, you know, to England, so that won't bother us, but it's just the inconvenience. I always think it knocks a bit out of them. I'd rather stay here and do as much as we can here before we have to go foreign.
Okay, great way to start the new season. Does that give you a bit of confidence for the team you have to go to war with?
Well, sure, if I was beaten, I'd be you know, very disappointed. No, you know, she's a no-nonsense mare, an easy mare to train, so it does, like, I mean, we know where we are fitness-wise. I thought Downforce ran a cracking race, and the little 2-year-old just couldn't handle the ground, so look, you have to train the horses for the people, isn't it? And, you know, confidence, I don't know, it's just, it's a win, and we're off the board now, so battle on, isn't it?
That's it. I mean, do you think you have a nice bunch for this year?
I think of a lovely bunch of fillies, actually. Yeah, definitely, and a few nice colts actually for me. But I think of a lovely bunch of young fillies. So hopefully.
And finally, what's left today? Morning approach, is that it?
Morning approach, Canodian and Mowgli.
Oh, good on Mowgli.
Good on Mowgli, yeah, no. He won this race last year, he's £3 better off, but if you could interview him before the race, you'd be better off instead of interviewing me.
We
Because
might give it a try, actually.
Give it a
Get more
try.
sense out of him.
yeah, exactly.
Well done.
Thanks a million, thanks, Gareth.
Subscribe to Racing TV's YouTube channel now to watch more great races like this.